Hello everyone, and welcome to the Vortex, where lies and falsehoods are trapped and exposed. I'm Michael Voris. There's an oft-repeated line that makes its way around the country during an election season. It has to do with being a single-issue voter. It gets used in sentences like, "Oh, don't pay any attention to him. He's just one of those single-issue voters." It's yet another one of those one-liners that has served the party of abortion well for many years now. It's bumper sticker politics, and the danger with it, like heresy, is it sounds sort of right. Sort of right, that is, if you don't have a backbone or a brain. Let's look at two problems with rejecting single-issue politics. First, what's so wrong about it? Doesn't it depend on what the issue is? Let's say, for example, Russia and China both announced that the day before the election they were going to launch nuclear missiles by the thousands at the U.S. In response, one candidate would say, "I don't believe them." The other one would say, "I believe them and we're going to counterattack." Now, who would you vote for, and based on what? I bet the single issue of nuclear annihilation of the country would probably carry the day. Let's go back in time with another example and say you're a voter in the 1860 elections, and the issue of slavery is the headliner in this particular vote. Would you consider slavery just one issue among many? Let's step outside of politics altogether for a moment. Do you have a single issue in your personal life that is the foundation for all your other decisions? Is your family the single most important issue in your life? How about your religion, your career? See, when the rubber hits the road, we're all single-issue people. And while we may not like it at all, we orient our lives around that single issue. For example, let's say you have to provide for your family and you've been unemployed now for months. The money is all gone. You're in debt up to your ears. The relatives are tapped and have told you politely, don't ask them for any more. At last, you finally get a job offer. In fact, you get two offers. One, you really like the job, but it will pay you less than half of what you need to support your family. Now, the other job doesn't thrill you at all. As a matter of fact, you really don't want to take it. But your family will be provided for with not only money, but also health insurance. Which job do you take, and on what issue are you making your choice? The issue about single-issue voters is that they're single-issue voters. It's that the people making fun of them and deriding them for being single-issue voters don't agree that the issue is important, which leads to the next point. When left-wing liberals point the finger at pro-life conservatives for being single-issue robots, they truly reveal their own hypocritical stance, particularly and especially with regard to abortion. Because on the matter of abortion, the national leadership of the Democratic Party is also single-issue. It's just that they embrace the other side of the issue. If you look at the votes of Democrats in Congress and the White House for the past, say, 15 years or so, the single-issue label becomes glaringly apparent. For example, if you're an elected Democrat, you can disagree with your party on any other issue of the day, any issue whatsoever, except abortion. Bill Clinton signed welfare reform against the wishes of other leading Democrats. Bill Clinton signed NAFTA against the wishes of other leading Democrats. Bill Clinton signed the Defense of Marriage Act against the wishes of other leading Democrats. Bill Clinton instituted the Don't Ask, Don't Tell policy at the Pentagon against the wishes of other leading Democrats. More recently, congressional Democrats fight like cat and dogs amongst themselves about offshore oil exploration, drilling in Anwar, how to reduce troop levels in Iraq. Should troop levels be reduced? When should it happen? They disagree mightily with each other over No Child Left Behind, Social Security, tax increases, tax reductions, Pentagon budgets, pork barrel spending, after-school spending, the Family Medical Leave Act. It never ends. And after each one of those battles ends, they pretty much close ranks and move on. But the single issue you may never step out of line on is the single issue of abortion. If you are a congressional or Senate Democrat and you ever vote with those crazy single-issue pro-lifers ever for any reason whatsoever, you can kiss off a seat on any important committee, any position of authority or power, and any type of influence whatsoever. And please don't bring up token boy, Pennsylvania Senator Bob Casey. He was run by the Democrats as a weak pro-life Democrat to offset strong pro-life Republican Rick Santorum. Since Pennsylvania has been trending Democrat recently, Nancy Pelosi and pro-abortion Senator from New York, Charles Schumer, decided to hold their noses and support and promote a weak pro-life Democrat and urge voters to elect him. That sure seems like a single-issue strategy to me, and it worked in 2006. So the next time you hear single-issue voters are bad, not intelligent, misguided, blinded, or whatever insult that can be hurled, just remember who's doing the hurling. Single-issue, hypocritical national Democratic leaders who are slaves to the single issue of abortion. And this November, remember Obama, soft on terrorists but tough on fetuses. I'm Michael Vorris.